the top promoters make millions and millions.
You can make easily over 100K.
And I've been in the venture capital business for 53 years.
He just bought a shirt from Vince, which is like the most expensive store ever.
Yeah. What is going on, everyone? We are out in beautiful Malibu, California, and we're gonna be going around asking people what they do for a living out here so you guys can be inspired. So if you guys are curious on what you guys wanna do, then watch this video and let's get right to it. What is your name?
My name is Bob Case.
What do you do for a living?
I'm in the boxing business, professional prize fighting.
Nice. And how long have you been doing it for?
Oh, about 35 years.
Wow. And in your industry or profession, how much can someone expect to make?
It's unlimited. I mean, some people, the top promoters make millions and millions. Bob Arum, Don King, all those guys, and I work with them.
Nice.
And I also manage world champion fighters, so that's pretty. You do pretty good doing that.
There you go. And you don't have to, but if you can, could you share with our viewers how much you make or what your net worth is, anything like that?
The truth is, I don't. I've been married a few times, so it's not what it should be. But I'll put it this way: I'm doing fine for this life and many other lives. I'll tell you that.
Nice. And so, what is your biggest accomplishment?
I would say making the Boxing Hall of Fame. Since that book right there is.
We'll definitely have to check it out.
Yeah.
Definitely have to check it out. And so.
It just was this last March 12th. So I was inducted with George Foreman, Manny Pacquiao, and all those guys. So.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank
that
you.
is a huge honor. And it's an honor speaking with you. So for people that want to get into what you are in, what advice can you give them?
Well, my advice to any young man, like you kids are young kids, I always say if you love what you're doing, you'll never work a day in your life. And I spent half my life in Major League Baseball, and I've spent half my life in boxing, and I've enjoyed both of them. So I feel like I've never had to work. And that's a nice feeling, where I've never really been, under the gun 9 to 5 or anything. I just do my own thing, and it's been wonderful. And I always tell young kids, do what you like. Because money, all the money in the world, if you're miserable, it doesn't mean a thing. I always say, when's the last time you saw a hearse pulling a U-Haul? So all the money in the world, if you're not happy, you can't take it with you, and try to spread it around a little bit. That's what I try to do.
Definitely, that's all great advice. And I got one last question. What is your financial guilty pleasure? What do you like spending your money on?
I like doing nice things for people. That's what I like doing. It's like I'd rather help some people, help them out. If I can do that and not let anybody know, that's where I like to spend my money. If I do it and tell you, then it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
You got to do nice things for people and don't tell anybody. That's kind of my philosophy.
Definitely, that's awesome. Wow. So I just want to show you guys the ring that Bob has on right now. Show the camera.
One's 5 and one's 3.
Look at these. Look at these world champion rings. That is amazing. Hey, what do you do for a living? All right, guys. So what are you guys' names? What do you guys do for a living? And how long have you been doing it for?
I'm Celine.
I'm Paul.
I am in sales enablement. I work in tech for an Israeli startup.
Awesome.
And I'm Paul. I'm working real estate development. We actually did affordable housing for a while. Now we're looking at some market rate stuff in Miami. So.
Awesome. So for the people who are watching, how much money can you guys make in these types of professions?
In tech, you can make easily over 100K starting, I would say, and only grow from there.
Nice. What about you?
Look, if you work on like the corporate side and you're in kind of like a project management type of role, I would say like you're looking at 6 figures, and it's throughout the scale. So.
What inspired you guys to get into these professions?
I don't know, I'm a hustler. I really like sales.
I think real estate allows you to be very creative while, still keeping a very practical financial kind of sense. So it came together for me. I like it.
Yeah. And what kind of education or training do you guys need to do what you guys do?
I have a bachelor's degree. I'm a double major in psychology and corporate communications, but that's really unrelated to like my current role. I think for you, it's probably.
I don't know. I got an Ivy League school education. I don't think you need it for my role. I think, a lot of it's just experience. So if you're somebody who's willing to work hard and gathered that experience, then you'll be fine.
Definitely. And where do you guys see yourselves in the next 5 to 10 years?
Oh God, I don't know.
Any big goals?
We've already bought a house
There you go.
and we've gotten married, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right now, we're just starting to talk about like actually making our family of our own. So I think that's it. But I don't know. Sky's the limit for us.
Yeah.
So we're excited for everything.
No, that's great. And one more question. What are your guys' financial guilty pleasure? What do you guys like spending money on?
Really?
Too much
really?
money
Okay, well, we're on a vacation now, so very nice
we love to travel.
vacations. We love to travel. And I would say he really loves watches. I'm just getting into art.
Nice.
Yeah.
What's your favorite watch brand?
Omega for me.
There you go. There you go. Hey, well, thank you guys so much for your time. I appreciate it. You guys have been
Thank
great.
you.
What is your name? What do you do for a living? And how long have you been doing it for?
I don't think you want to know these answers. My name is Alan Patricof, and I've been in the venture capital business for 53 years.
For someone that wants to get into this, what kind of money can they make on a range? What do you make?
I'm not going to tell you what I make, but I can tell you if they're in this business and they're successful, the sky's the limit.
And what kind of advice can you give our audience for people who are trying to get into something like this?
I would say they have to get the right kind of training and credentials, and they have to read my book, which I just wrote, called No Red Lights.
Nice.
Which is designed to inspire young people to build a career for themselves. They need to have some technical background, some financial background. They have to have a sense of curiosity. They have to be able to analyze people who have new ideas and determine whether they're the right kind of people that they want to back.
Yeah, definitely. No, that's all great advice. So what are some big challenges that you've been through your venture capitalism journey?
What challenges haven't I been through? I've made all the mistakes you can possibly make, primarily backing the wrong people, secondarily backing the wrong idea, but primarily people, because you can change products, but if you haven't got the right person leading, you're going down a dead end. And everyone makes mistakes in their business, but you hope you get enough positives that work out well that they offset the problems, because part of the venture business is making mistakes.
And I got one last question. Do you think college is worth it for the viewers that are watching?
Absolutely. Yeah, college is critical. The question becomes later whether you go to business school, which I think depends a lot on what your early job is, and whether you get a certain kind of job you want to go back to, or whether you want to build a different kind of career, in which case business school gives you that opportunity. But college gives you the maturity and basic elements that will stay with you the rest of your life, and build the kind of relationships you will need going forward.
What are you guys' names? What do you guys do for a living? And how long have you guys been doing it for? We'll start over here.
I'm Mark. I live in Los Angeles. I am doing software sales, so marketing software sales. Been doing it, the media business, for probably 17 years.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm Robert. I am Director of Music Clearance for Disney and 20th Century Studios. I've been doing music clearance for about 16 years.
Wow, there you go. Those are awesome professions to be in. So for the people that are watching, what type of money can they expect to make? Or if you guys are comfortable sharing a range of what you guys make as well.
It varies when you start off. I think starting in media sales, marketing sales, it's good starting points are like $75,000 a year starting, and you can make up to mid six figures if you're doing well. So it's a good living, but it's very competitive. Lots of tech companies out there, so it's lucrative but competitive at the same time.
Anywhere from 200 up, probably.
There you go.
200,000.
Yeah, there you go. So what inspired you guys to go into these professions?
So I went to school after changing my major like 3 times. I figured marketing and economics couldn't be a good way to go. Lots of diversity, lots of options in marketing. So I decided to go that route, and Worked at an ad agency starting off, and then got into a sales job with a company called Motor Trend, the car magazine. Was there for about 2.5 years, and I just was loving what I was talking about. And I just accidentally basically got into sales and been stuck ever since.
There you go.
I'm a musician. I studied piano and composition growing up and thought I wanted to be a film composer, so came out here and ended up going the music supervision route and then ended up at Disney, Fox.
Nice. So where do you guys see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you guys have any cool goals? Retired? Yeah.
Hopefully out of this corporate world in like within 10 years.
Yep.
So I'm mid-40s. I want to be done mid-50s would be ideal. So it's a grind. So it's a good life,
Very
but
cool.
at the same time, like you got to be done at some point.
Definitely.
And I'll be supporting you.
Damn right.
Hopefully the head of the department.
Sure. And one last question. What are your guys' financial guilty pleasures? What do you guys like spending a lot of money on? And
That's easy. Car fanatic. So I love having toys. Few toys. No kids in the life, but buying old sports cars is fun. Tinkering with them, taking care of them. But cars are my guilty pleasure, and we like to travel a little bit too.
Same.
same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing. Yeah. There you go. What are your guys' names? What do you guys do for a living? And how long have you guys been doing it for?
My name is Kalina, and I run a company called Big Talk, which is all about skipping small talk to make more meaningful connections with people. And I've been doing that for 7 years, and I also model sometimes.
There you go.
And my name is James, and I do civil engineering. I'm designing the subway system here in LA, and I've been doing that for the past 7 years as well.
Nice. So for the people who are watching, what kind of money can they expect to make in your guys' profession? Or what do you guys make, if you guys don't mind sharing?
I don't make that much, maybe
Okay.
like $60K, combining Big Talk and modeling, but I get to live my dream every day, so I wouldn't trade that for anything.
Yeah, and engineering, there's not a lot of money in it, but it makes me enough to live at the beach, so, you know.
There you go. It's beautiful out here. So what inspired you guys to get into your professions?
I mean, that's a super long story. You can watch my TED Talk about it. But I just want to help people feel less alone and more meaningfully connected, because I think human connection is the most important thing in life. And I love meeting new people all the time. So, yeah.
And for me, I like to do problem solving, so this was something that LA needed, and I thought that would be a great project to work on.
So in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you guys see yourselves?
My dream is to have a show, like a mini series, where I'm interviewing people all over the world and hearing their most profound life stories. And one day I would love to have a ranch overlooking the ocean.
There you go.
Maybe not in 10 years, maybe 20.
And for me, I would just like to be doing engineering, but being able to surf more, that would be my goal.
So what are your guys' financial guilty pleasures? What do you guys like spending your money on?
He just bought a shirt from Vince, which is like the most expensive store ever.
Yeah.
But we spend our money on like surfing stuff a lot and traveling.
A lot of surfboards.
Traveling for surfing,
Yeah, a lot of surfboards and a lot of travel.
Nice.
Pretty much all travel stuff.
Yeah.
So what do you guys do for a living? How long have you been doing it? And what are your names?
Matt Manassi here in LA, and I'm a pickleball coach, commentator, and influencer, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alex Brzezowski. I am a brand director for e-commerce brands and companies.
Awesome. So in your guys' profession, what can someone expect to make?
That's a good question. I don't know. It could range. Some of the players on tour aren't making a lot of money, and then some are making over $1 million right now. So it's everywhere in between. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. What about you?
So it's the same thing. It's whether you're with a good brand, if you're a consultant on your own. I mean, you can make anywhere from a couple $1,000s a month when you're starting out to a couple $1 million a month if your brand's doing really well. I mean, it's all about who you're with and having some good partnerships.
Yeah, for sure. And what inspired you guys to get into what you guys do right now?
Yeah, I had a whole tennis background my whole life, coached professionally and then collegiately, and then I was bored during the pandemic, got into pickleball, and wanted to move to LA, and I did, and created a new career.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, I've always been inspired by building companies, brands, and putting it all together. So I don't know, I think just over time, I just kind of like narrowed into brand directing, mainly in e-commerce, but it's, I don't know, you're shaped by your experiences. So I think for me, it was just kind of finding your niche and what you enjoy doing and work with good people.
Yeah, definitely. And so in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you guys see yourselves? Do you guys have any big goals?
Just want to continue in the media entertainment space, build my business, do it professionally, maybe personally find a girlfriend, have a kid or two, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just keep going. maybe not necessarily monetary values or a certain company I would like to work with or have on my own, but just keep going and surround yourself with good people. And I think everything falls into place after that.
Do you guys think college is worth it?
I mean, if you want to be a doctor or a lawyer, or if you want to go get your MBA and do something potentially that way, is college worth it like it used to be? I don't think so, really. I think you can do a lot of stuff without it, but I don't know, it shows that you can commit to something, get through a 4-year period, do what's asked of you, but other than that, I think there's other ways to do it also.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I also think at the same time, you're so young as you're graduating. No one knows who they are. No one is supposed to know what they're supposed to do. College is about having fun, meeting lifelong friends. I have plenty of friends that started off in a career when they graduated. Years down the road, they're in something totally different. So you're not supposed to go there to, this is what I'm doing the rest of my life. It's to grow, learn, meet, and slow down. You don't have to run into everything.
I think the military is good too for people. Like I think the military is like underutilized. Like a lot of people aren't sure what they're doing. It's a good way to get an education, to get a job for a little bit and kind of find your way. And I think that's probably a good place.
That's a really cool take. I never heard that. But so one last question.
Mm-hmm.
What are your guys' financial guilty pleasures? What do you guys like spending your money on?
I spend my money on too much food, to be honest, and probably travel. Food and travel, yeah.
Same, food and travel. I think there's so much to see in this world, and we're not supposed to be sedentary humans. I think we're supposed to go out there, see the world, see different cultures, and spend $5,000 on a trip, not $5,000 on a designer bag for your girlfriend.
Right.
Like to do experiences any day.
Unless she needs it.
No, she doesn't need it.
All right, so what are your guys' names? What do you guys do for a living? And how long have you guys been doing it for? We'll start over here.
My name is Spencer. I play music for a living, and I also am a gardener. Do gardening.
What about you?
I'm Mikayla. I make music. I'm a singer, songwriter. I play guitar, and I'm a belly dancer as well.
Nice. So, in your profession, what can you guys expect to make for our viewers watching?
Well, I would say belly dancer, like, you make money from performing, teaching, traveling and teaching workshops. So you can do that for a really long time. And there's dancers in Egypt who have like millions of followers on Instagram.
Yeah.
They're just killing it.
What about you?
Making money on music? Oh, it's a hard road. Don't do it. I wouldn't suggest it.
Hey, we made some tips today.
There you go. Look at that. Yeah. So, for the viewers watching, what inspired you guys to get into what you guys do right now?
Well, with dancing, I think I just felt like I had a knack for it. Like I had a ability to kind of move my body in that way. So that's why I wanted to pursue it. And then with music, it was something that I always wanted to sing, and so I took lessons and stuff, and I just started writing songs more recently. But I just felt like I wanted to do it. I was afraid to do it, and that's also why I wanted to do it, to like push myself through that.
Conquer your fears and all that. Yeah, I mean, I've always loved music. You know, it wasn't really a choice for me, like being a musician, but yeah, it's not easy. But if you have to, if it's in your blood and you're a musician, then you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
And in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you guys see yourselves? Do you guys have any big goals?
Yeah, rock star.
There you go.
All the way.
There you go.
Exactly.
Yep.
We're gonna play Coachella next year. Just saying.
Indeed.
You gotta manifest it, guys. Gotta manifest it. Do you guys have any financial guilty pleasures? Like, what do you guys like spending your money on?
Guilty pleasures, healthy food, like organic food.
There you go.
I mean, I don't feel bad about it because it's healthy for me.
Yeah.
Also, I sometimes buy used clothes. Yeah.
Nice. Like thrifting.
Yeah, thrifting.
Yeah, nice. What about you?
Yeah, I spend most of my money on food, good food, and that's about it.
Food and good food.
Food and good food. I mean, and rent. You know, there's not a lot of. I don't really spend money frivolously. I go out and drink sometimes, and that always seems like a dumb waste of money when you spend like $50 on like 3 drinks. So I try not to.
Adds
do
up
that.
quick. Yeah. What do you do for a living? What is your name? And how long have you been doing it for?
I'm a custom home builder. My name is Nick Postle, and I live in Vancouver, Canada. So yeah.
Awesome. Nice. So what kind of education or training do you need to get into something like this?
That's carpentry, project management, supervision, education and training. Yeah.
So what inspired you to get into this profession?
It's kind of the family business. I've been involved in it for 20 years now, and I'm fourth generation. So
Nice.
it was kind of it was in the blood.
Yeah, definitely. That's awesome. Do you think college is worth it?
I don't know. I mean, I want my kids to go to college. I definitely think my wife went to college. I didn't, but I think college it can't hurt you.
And one last question. What is your financial guilty pleasure? What do you like spending money on that you don't really want people to know, but spend too much
Probably
money?
toys, yeah, like boats,
Yep.
cars, and stuff like that. That's if that's my. I like
Nice.
that
What's
kind
your favorite car
of-
that you own?
Oh, I don't own it. I only have I have a truck. I have an F-350.
Nice.
Yeah, but Porsche is probably my favorite brand.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, guys. So that is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys really did enjoy it, please hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.